Go back to where you came from. You're not wanted here. Sergeant Tom Carter stands over Lena Washington at Oakmont Park. She's a black woman having a picnic with her 6-year-old twins, Ethan and Mia. Officer, this is a public park. Lena says, someone said a black woman is acting suspicious here, looking around constantly, taking pictures. Carter's hand moves to his weapon. You match that description perfectly. I'm watching my own children play. Stand up now. Steel handcuffs snap around Lena's wrists before she can protest. Click. Her twins start screaming. Her phone falls and shatters on concrete. White families at other tables pull out their phones. They record everything, but don't help. Carter speaks into his radio. Suspect detained. Lena stays calm. She watches 3 black SUVs entering the parking lot. Nobody else notices them yet. She counts down silently. 3, 2, 1. This cop has no idea who he just arrested. Never mess with a black queen holding all the cards. 45 minutes earlier, Lena Washington pulls into Oakmont Park's parking lot with Ethan and Mia bouncing in the back seat. To anyone watching, she's just another mom planning a Saturday picnic. Jeans, university hoodie, sunglasses, nothing special. But Lena isn't here for the playground. She scans the area as she unloads the cooler. Exits, sight lines, civilian density. Her eyes map everything in seconds. North Pavilion. That's where Ronald Webb, corrupt city councilman, will meet his dirty lawyer in 20 minutes. Lena sets up near the playground. Perfect vantage point. Mommy, can we play? Mia tugs her hand. Go ahead, baby. Stay where I can see you. The twins run off. Lena pulls out her phone, appears to scroll social media. She's actually coordinating with her team. Team 1 in position? A voice whispers through her hidden earpiece. 2 agents jog past, dressed as a couple. Team 2, ready. Ice cream truck pulls up near the pavilion. Team 3 set. Grounds worker rakes leaves. Eyes on the target zone. Lena texts. All clear. Wait for my signal. She's FBI special agent in charge. This surveillance took 8 months to set up. 19 people are about to go down for corruption. But nobody here knows that. To them, she's just a black woman in the wrong neighborhood. Across the park, Sergeant Tom Carter starts his patrol. 48 years old, 22 years on the force. 3 excessive force complaints, all dismissed. He drives past families, waves at the white ones, ignores the few others. Then he sees Lena. His eyes linger. She's the only black woman in this section. He circles once, twice, watching. Lena notices but doesn't react. She's seen this before. A white woman, Susan Harper, approaches Carter's patrol car, pointing at Lena. Officer, that woman over there. Susan's voice carries anxiety and certainty. She keeps looking around, taking pictures on her phone near the children. Carter's partner, Officer Daniels, 28 and still idealistic, leans forward. Ma'am, she's just on her phone. Lots of people. We check it out. Carter interrupts. Protocol. Daniels hesitates. Tom, she's clearly just... I said we check it out. Lena sees them approaching. She pockets her phone smoothly, keeps her hands visible, body language open, non-threatening. Visual contact, her team leader whispers through her earpiece. Stay cool, boss. Lena's pulse stays steady. She's run hostage negotiations, interrogated cartel bosses. 2 small-town cops don't scare her, but her twins are here. Carter's hand rests on his holstered weapon as he walks toward her table. Lena knows exactly how this goes, but today she chooses differently. Carter's certain he's doing the right thing. 22 years on the force. He knows trouble when he sees it. This woman doesn't fit. Wrong neighborhood, wrong park, wrong skin color for Oakmont's family area. Experience pattern recognition, keeping the community safe. He approaches the picnic table, shoulders squared. Ma'am, We've received a report about suspicious activity. Lena looks up, unnervingly calm. I'm having a picnic with my children, officer. She gestures to Ethan and Mia at the playground. You've been on your phone a lot taking pictures, texting my family. Lena offers her phone. Would you like to see? Carter doesn't take it. Never does. What are you doing in this neighborhood? Daniel shifts uncomfortably behind him. Tom, he says quietly. Come on, we're hunting ghosts here. Carter ignores him. I asked you a question, ma'am. Lena's voice stays level. Enjoying a public park. Is there a law against that? Daniels tries again, louder this time. Sarge, she's just having lunch with her kids. I'll handle this, Daniels. Lena has been here before. Different city, different uniform, same script, same assumptions. She chooses calm compliance, not from fear, but strategy. Her twins are 20 feet away. Every word she speaks is calculated. She could end this now. I'm FBI. Check your radio. But she doesn't. Not yet. Susan Harper appears beside Carter, emboldened, righteous. Officer, I'm the one who called. That woman was photographing my son. A complete lie. Carter's demeanor shifts. Suspicious becomes accusatory. I need to see your ID. Lena pulls out her driver's license. Just her name. Lena Washington and address. No badge, no federal credentials. Carter runs it clean. No warrants, no record. It should end here. Daniel steps forward. Tom, she's clear. There's nothing. I decide when we're done, Officer Daniels. Carter's voice hardens. You got a problem with that? Daniel's jaw clenches. He steps back, but his eyes tell Lena everything. I'm sorry, I can't stop this. Lena makes eye contact with her jogger couple agents across the park. She touches her earlobe twice. The signal. Hold position. Do not intervene yet. She wants to see how far this goes. How far Carter will push. How much evidence she can gather. Ethan and Mia stop playing. They've seen Mommy pulled over before. They know what comes next. Mia's small voice carries. Mommy, Carter's pride won't let him walk away, and Lena knows it. Empty your bag. Carter's order cuts through the afternoon air. Lena complies without argument. She pulls items out one by one. Children's snacks, sunscreen, water bottles, a tablet for the twins, her wallet, chapstick, then a small black case. What's that? Personal items, Lena says. Open it. Lena's fingers pause on the zipper. Inside, FBI credentials, badge, a citation from the director for exceptional service. She could end this right now. She zips it closed. I don't consent to a search without probable cause. Carter's face goes red as a firecracker. This woman, this suspect, is quoting law at him, challenging him in front of witnesses, in front of Daniels, who's already questioning everything. Officer safety concerns, Carter announces. Step away from the table. Stand over there. Daniels moves closer. Tom, this is excessive. Note your objection and stand down, Officer Daniels. Daniels' jaw tightens, but he steps back. Other park-goers stop and stare. Phones come out. Recording. Always recording now. Susan Harper watches from a distance, satisfied she was right to call, hands on the table. Lena complies. Carter performs a pat-down, hands rougher than necessary. Humiliation as performance. Her twins watch their mother treated like a criminal. Ethan drops his toy truck. Leave my mom alone, his 6-year-old voice cracks. A white father at a nearby table stands. Officers, this seems unnecessary. Carter whips around. Sir, step back or you're obstructing an investigation. The man sits down. Nobody else moves. Lena's mind works like ice. Every second is being recorded by civilians, by her team's surveillance equipment. She's building a case against Carter, against the system that created him. Her rage is cold, controlled, calculated. She thinks of every black parent who's endured this without her resources, without her badge, without justice waiting. 6 words. That's all it takes. I'm FBI, check your radio. But she doesn't say them. Carter feels powerful. The crowd validates him. He needs to prove he was right to stop her. Every challenge she makes, every calm word, it all makes him push harder. Lena's phone rings, loud, insistent. Carter picks it up. Screen reads, "Director Evans, that's my boss," Lena says quietly. Carter rejects the call. "You can call back from the station." Daniel steps forward, genuinely alarmed. "Sarge, we haven't actually. There's no probable cause for—" She's being detained for investigation. Of what? Carter doesn't answer. He makes the decision that will haunt him forever. "We're transporting her. Officer safety. I'm placing her in handcuffs." Daniels' face goes pale. "Tom, I can't be part of—" "Then don't." Carter pulls out his cuffs. The crowd gasps. Someone shouts in protest. Lena's team leader speaks through her earpiece. "Boss, say the word. We shut this down now." Lena barely moves her lips. "Hold." She extends her wrists. Doesn't resist. The steel bites cold against her skin. Click. Lock. Ethan and Mia scream. Clara Jones, an older black woman from another table, rushes over. "I'll stay with your babies, honey." Lena nods, throat tight. Her children's faces, red as firecrackers, streaked with tears, will haunt her dreams for months. The cuffs are on, and Lena's gamble is now irreversible. Lena sits on the curb, hands cuffed behind her back. Steel digs into her wrists. 10 feet away, Ethan and Mia sob in a stranger's arms. The older black woman who stepped forward when nobody else would. This moment crystallizes everything. Lena thinks of her mother. Pulled over 17 times in 3 years. Always polite, always terrified. Her brother arrested at 19 for matching a description. 6 hours in a cell. No apology. The FBI recruiter who said, "People like you don't usually make it through Quantico. Every black parent who's had the talk with their kids. Keep your hands visible. Don't make sudden movements. Come home alive." This isn't about her anymore. It's about Ethan and Mia watching their mother criminalized for existing. It's about Carter facing 0 consequences because he never has before. Lena makes a silent vow. This ends today for all of us. Daniels approaches while Carter radios dispatch. The young officer crouches beside her, face pale. "I'm sorry," he whispers. "This isn't right. Is there someone I can call?" Lena studies him. 28. New enough to still have a conscience. Old enough to know what speaking up costs. "My phone. There's a contact. Director Evans. Tell him Lena's location. Nothing else." Daniel's eyes widen. "Director." He nods. He retrieves her cracked phone. Hands shaking. Finds the name. Hits call. 1 ring. Director Evans. Sharp. Authoritative. Lena's location. Daniels hangs up. Then he Googles her name. FBI Special Agent in Charge. Counterterrorism Operations. Public Corruption Task Force. His face drains of color. He just helped the FBI. Carter's backup arrives. 2 more patrol cars. He intercepts them. Voice urgent. Black female. Suspicious behavior. Refused cooperation. Possibly casing the area. One officer looks at Lena sitting calmly, then at her crying children, then at the crowd recording. "What's the actual charge, Tom?" Carter's jaw tightens. "Disorderly conduct. Resisting." She resisted verbally. The officer's skepticism shows, but he doesn't push. Across the park, Ronald Webb shakes hands with his lawyer. An envelope changes hands. Lena's team captures everything. The councilman walks to his car, unaware he's about to be arrested. Mission accomplished. But Lena's focus has shifted. The crowd grows. A local activist live-streaming on her phone. "Y'all seeing this?" Black woman handcuffed for having a picnic. This is 2025, and this is still happening. 200 viewers in 30 seconds. 400, 800. Susan Harper tries to slip away. The older black woman blocks her path. You're going to watch what you started. Susan stays, face flushed. Daniels walks back to Carter, phone in hand. His voice is quiet. Tom, I really think we should reconsider. Get the crowd under control, Daniels. That woman is... I don't care who she thinks she is. She's going to the station. Daniels steps back. He's done what he can. Now he waits. Lena's earpiece crackles. Boss, Director Evans is en route. ETA 8 minutes. Your call. She doesn't respond, just watches Carter organize her transport. Help is coming, but will it arrive before they take Lena away? Get her in the car. Carter's order echoes like thunder across the park. 2 officers move toward Lena. She stands, hands cuffed behind her back. They guide her toward the patrol car. A slow walk of humiliation past her screaming children. Mommy, Mommy. Ethan's voice cracks with desperation, raw, broken. The crowd swells. 50 people, 70, 100, phones everywhere, raised high, recording from every angle like a jury of witnesses. Someone starts chanting, "Let her go!" Others join. The voices build, merge, become a roar. "Let her go! Let her go!" The sound rumbles through Oakmont Park like thunder before a storm. Daniels makes one last attempt. Sergeant, with this many witnesses, the cameras, maybe we should reconsider. Get crowd control set up now. Tom, she hasn't actually committed any... That's an order, Officer Daniels. Carter realizes this might go viral. He's not scared. He's angry. Angry at this woman for making his job difficult. Angry at the crowd for not understanding police work. Angry at Daniels for showing weakness in front of everyone. His internal justification intensifies. She must be guilty of something. People don't act this calm unless they're hiding something. 22 years of experience tells him so. He cannot admit error now. Not here. Not in front of all these people. Lena is 10 feet from the patrol car when Ethan breaks free. Clara tries to hold him, but the 6-year-old is pure adrenaline and fear. He runs toward his mother, sneakers slapping pavement. Mommy. One of the backup officers, not Daniels, intercepts the child, grabs his thin arm. That's when Lena's composure fractures, not into panic, into something colder, harder, lethal. Take your hands off my son. Her voice cuts through the crowd noise like a blade. Level, commanding. Final. Now. The officer freezes. Something in her tone carries authority. The kind that comes from leading hostage negotiations, directing tactical operations, breaking cartel bosses in interrogation rooms. Power that doesn't need a badge to be felt. Carter hears it too. For the first time, real doubt flickers across his face. 3 black SUVs pull into the parking lot. They move with coordinated precision. Professional, deliberate, unmistakable. Parking, blocking exit routes. Military clean. The crowd notices. Phones pivot. The chanting stops. Silence falls like a curtain. Someone whispers, "Who are they?" Carter is too focused on the crowd to notice, too committed to the arrest. But Daniels sees them. His face goes slack. All color drains. Daniels, what's with those vehicles? I don't know, sir. He knows exactly what they are. The SUV doors open simultaneously. 8 people emerge. Dark suits, sunglasses, federal bearing, unmistakable even at distance. Lena is at the patrol car door now. Carter's hand rests on her shoulder, guiding her down into the back seat. The FBI team is 15 feet away, closing distance, walking with purpose. Carter's about to turn around, and his world ends. Step away from her now. The voice is pure authority, federal, final. Carter spins around. Special Agent Marcus Reed stands 5 feet away, FBI credentials held high, badge catching sunlight, FBI. You're currently detaining a federal agent. Release her immediately. Carter's brain refuses to process it. This has to be a mistake, A prank. Someone trying to intimidate him. He's a 22-year veteran. He knows his job. I don't care who you say you are. This woman was... Reed steps closer, voice dropping. Special Agent Marcus Reed. That woman is Special Agent in Charge Lena Washington. You have 10 seconds to remove those handcuffs before this becomes a federal incident. Other agents fan out. Professional, coordinated. One approaches Ethan and Mia with a gentle smile, clearly familiar with them. Hey, Ethan. Hey, Mia. Mom's okay. We're here. The twins recognize her. Stop crying. The crowd realizes what's happening before Carter does. Gasps ripple through the onlookers. Someone shouts, "Oh my God!" The activists' live stream explodes. Y'all, this officer just arrested an FBI agent. This is insane. Her viewer count hits 3,000, 6,000, 10,000. Carter's hands shake as he reaches for Lena's cuffs. This can't be real. He runs through the last hour. Where did he miss it? Her calmness, her precise language, the way she never seemed afraid. The handcuffs click open. Lena rubs her wrists, watching Carter's face cycle through denial, fear, anger, bargaining. She's seen this expression before. The moment someone realizes they've destroyed their own life. She says nothing, just maintains eye contact. Daniel steps forward, voice quiet. I can verify, Sergeant. I called her superior. She's FBI. Carter turns on him, betrayed. You what? I did what was right. Reed addresses Lena formally. Agent Washington, are you all right? I'm fine. Her voice shifts. No longer the calm civilian, now the federal officer. Secure the scene. I want body camera footage from every officer present. I want witness statements. I want the woman who made the false report detained for questioning. Susan Harper bolts. An agent intercepts her in 3 strides. Ma'am, you need to stay. The backup officers are already on their phones, calling supervisors, requesting union reps. They want distance from Carter. This is career-ending, and they know it. One whispers to his partner, I'm not signing anything. I just got here. Carter stands frozen, watching his world collapse. Lena's identity is revealed, but her real power hasn't shown yet. Lena turns to face Carter fully. The crowd goes silent. Every phone recording, this moment will replay millions of times. Sergeant Carter. Her voice is calm, steady, devastating. I'm going to ask you the same questions you asked me. Carter opens his mouth. Nothing comes out. What are you doing in this park? Why did you target me specifically? Do you have probable cause for the detention, search, and attempted arrest? Silence. I'm a federal agent conducting a lawful operation. I broke no laws. I matched no descriptions. I was having a picnic with my children. Her eyes don't leave his. You detained me because a white woman told you I looked suspicious. Do you know what that's called? The crowd waits. Racial profiling, civil rights violation, unlawful detention, assault under color of authority. She pauses. And you did it with my children watching. Lena steps closer. How many moms like me have you done this to, Sergeant? How many who didn't have a badge to protect them? Carter's silence is answer enough. Reed hands Lena her bag. She opens the small black case Carter demanded to see earlier. Inside, FBI badge, credentials, and a citation from the director of the FBI for exceptional service in counterterrorism operations. She holds them up for everyone to see. This is what you would have found if you'd opened it. Her voice stays level. But you didn't want evidence. You wanted compliance. Carter's career flashes before his eyes. 22 years, his pension, his reputation. He tries to formulate words, an excuse, an apology, anything. I didn't know. You didn't identify yourself. I shouldn't have to. Lena's response is immediate, sharp, final. I was committing no crime. My badge doesn't make me more human than anyone else you've done this to. It just means this time there are consequences. Reed approaches quietly. Boss, Councilman Webb is in custody. We got everything, but Director Evans is en route. He wants to handle this personally. Lena nods. This is bigger than Carter now. She walks to where her twins stand with Reed's partner, kneels down at their level. I'm okay, babies. Mommy's okay. These are my work friends. We're safe. Ethan's voice is small, broken. Why did the police hurt you? The question hangs in the air. Every camera captures it. Every microphone records it. Lena has no easy answer. That question, from the mouth of a 6-year-old who just watched his mother handcuffed, will become the most viral moment of the year. The FBI director is coming, and he's bringing federal charges. A helicopter descends onto Oakmont Park's athletic field. Rotors kick up dust. Assistant Director Gerald Evans steps out. 56, silver-haired, legendary. 2 federal prosecutors follow. Evans surveys the scene. His best agent with handcuff marks, traumatized children, panicking cops. He approaches Lena first. Agent Washington, report. Sir, conducting approved surveillance on target web. Local PD detained me without cause for 49 minutes. Maintained cover until operational security allowed revelation. Your children shaken, sir, but safe. Evans turns to the crowd. Phones everywhere. Good. I'm Assistant Director Gerald Evans, FBI. His voice carries across the park. Special Agent Lena Washington is one of the Bureau's most decorated officers. She's led operations dismantling terrorist cells, corruption rings, trafficking networks. She saved hundreds of lives. Pause. Today she was handcuffed for being black in a public park. Silence. But Agent Washington isn't just here for family time. Sergeant Carter, do you know Ronald Webb? Carter's voice cracks. The city councilman, corrupt city councilman under arrest for racketeering, fraud, conspiracy. Agent Washington's operation just concluded successfully. 19 people in custody, 14 million in fraudulent contracts exposed, including 3 officers from your department. Carter sways. The words detonate. Agent Washington has investigated public corruption here for 8 months. Your department's been under federal review for civil rights violations for 6. Today's incident becomes Exhibit A. Daniels closes his eyes. Every officer present will be interviewed within 72 hours. All footage is evidence. The woman who filed the false report will face charges. Susan trembles. Evans reveals key credentials. Agent Washington graduated top of her Quantico class. She's led the FBI's Public Corruption Task Force for 2 years. Commendations from 2 presidents. The crowd is stunned. And today she was treated like a criminal for existing while black. Carter tries desperately. I responded to a complaint. I followed protocol. Your protocol is racial profiling. That's racism with a badge. It ends today. A federal prosecutor steps forward. Sergeant Carter, immediate administrative leave without pay. Pending federal investigation. The Justice Department Civil Rights Division will contact you within 48 hours. Retain legal counsel. Carter nearly collapses. Lena steps forward. Director Evans, permission to address Sergeant Carter directly? Granted. Lena faces him eye to eye. You asked what I was doing in this neighborhood? I bought a house 3 blocks from here last month. My children will attend school here. This is my neighborhood, and you will never make another family feel what you made mine feel today. She pauses, lets the words land. You want to know what weapon I had, Sergeant? Your skin was the weapon. My skin was the threat. That's all it ever was. Carter stares at the ground. She turns to Daniels. Officer Daniels, you made the call when it mattered. You chose integrity over loyalty. That's real police work. The Bureau will be in touch. We need officers like you. Daniels' voice breaks. Thank you, ma'am. Lena kneels on the grass, speaking to the cameras. Every phone. To every parent who's had the talk with their kids about police. To every person profiled, detained, or humiliated for existing while black. You're not crazy. It's not in your head. It's real, and it has to end. She stands, calls her twins. Ethan, Mia, come here. They run to her. She holds them as cameras flash. What happened today was wrong, but Mommy's job is to make sure it happens less. You just saw that real power doesn't come from a gun or handcuffs. It comes from truth. The activists' live stream hits 100,000 viewers, 200,000. Justice for Lena trends nationwide. Carter stands alone. His partner won't look at him. Backup officers distance themselves. Evans addresses everyone one final time. What you witnessed happens every day in America, usually without cameras, without badges to protect victims, without justice. Today was different. Today there will be consequences. He turns to Lena. Agent Washington, take your children home. We'll handle the rest. Reed brings her FBI jacket. She puts it on, walks past Carter without a glance. He doesn't exist anymore. Carter's career is over, but Lena's fight is just beginning. 72 hours later, the video explodes. 52 million views, more than the Super Bowl. Justice for Lena trends worldwide for 6 days straight. Every major network covers it. CNN, MSNBC, Fox, international outlets. The 10-second clip of Ethan asking, "Why did the police hurt you?" becomes the most shared content of the year. Lena releases one statement. This happens to people without badges every day. My platform is a privilege. I'll use it to ensure systemic change, not just viral sympathy. The police department implodes. Chief Thompson suspends Carter without pay. Promises full transparency. 300 protesters outside headquarters disagree. They want federal oversight. Someone leaks Carter's personnel file. 3 excessive force complaints, all dismissed. 9 racial profiling complaints, all unfounded. Text messages surface showing casual racism. Discussions about keeping certain people out of neighborhoods. Daniels is revealed as the whistleblower. Death threats flood his phone immediately. He's placed in protective custody. 2 senior officers resign. Susan Harper is fired from her tech job within 48 hours. The Justice Department announces a pattern and practice investigation. Not just Carter, the entire department. Every arrest Carter made in 5 years will be reviewed. Consent decree likely. Federal oversight for minimum 5 years. Director Evans assigns Lena to lead the FBI's portion. She resists. Sir, I'm the victim. I shouldn't investigate my own case. You're investigating a department, not your case, and you're the most qualified. Evans pauses. Will you let them silence you by making you a victim instead of an agent? Lena accepts. Meanwhile, her corruption operation yields massive results. Councilman Webb indicted on 46 counts, 3 police officers arrested for taking bribes, construction fraud ring exposed, 14 million in fraudulent contracts canceled, 2 state legislators implicated. But media focuses on Lena's detention, not her successful operation. Reed vents, "Boss, we just took down the biggest corruption ring in state history. Everyone's talking about Carter." Lena responds strategically. Then we use that attention. Every interview about Carter, we mention the 3 cops who were actually dirty. We connect the dots. Civil lawsuits flood in. Lena sues Carter, the department, and the city. Announces all settlement money goes to organizations fighting racial profiling. Clara Jones, the woman who comforted Lena's twins, files a class action on behalf of everyone profiled in Oakmont Park over 10 years. 329 people join within 2 weeks. Federal prosecutors bring criminal charges against Carter. Deprivation of rights under color of law. False arrest. Assault. Against Susan Harper, filing false police report. Conspiracy to deprive civil rights against the department. Pattern of civil rights violations. Susan Harper's life collapses. Social media finds her pattern. 4 police calls on black neighbors in 2 years, a delivery driver, a teenager fundraising, a couple viewing houses. She becomes the national face of weaponized white tears. Her apology video goes disastrously viral for all the wrong reasons. Her husband files for divorce. Her consulting business dies. Community changes emerge. Daniels gets an FBI job offer, accepts, resigns from the force. Oakmont Park installs a memorial plaque. Community Oversight Board established with real power. Lena's story inspires 628 black women to apply to FBI, largest recruitment surge in bureau history. Some officers claim they're afraid to do their jobs. Lena addresses this in an NPR interview. If your job requires violating civil rights, you should be afraid. Good cops should welcome accountability. It protects them, too. The twins struggle. Therapy twice weekly. Nightmares. Mia won't let Lena out of sight. In one session, Ethan says simply, "Because of our skin." Lena's heart breaks. But he adds, "Mommy fixed it, though. She's a superhero." The legal battles are just beginning. Carter's hearing is tomorrow. 6 weeks after the park incident, the Departmental Review Board convenes downtown. 5 board members behind a long table. The room packed. Media, activists, Lena's FBI team, community members. Carter sits with his lawyer and union rep. He looks smaller, grayer. The swagger from Oakmont Park gone. Lena sits in the back, silent, watching. Carter's defense attorney opens. Members of the board. Sergeant Carter has 22 years of exemplary service. He followed his training, responded to a citizen complaint appropriately, had no way of knowing the woman was a federal agent. Pause for effect. He never used excessive force. This was an unfortunate misunderstanding blown out of proportion by media sensationalism. Activists shift angrily. Someone mutters, "Bullshit." The chair gavels for silence. The prosecution presents their case. Body camera footage plays. Carter's approach, his tone, unnecessary aggression during the pat-down. Expert witness analyzes transcripts, comparing Carter's language with Lena versus white parkgoers that same day. The differences are stark, undeniable testimony on implicit bias, how it manifests in split-second decisions. Carter's prior complaints, 3 excessive force incidents, 9 racial profiling complaints, all dismissed. Text messages projected on screens, jokes about certain people, references to keeping neighborhoods clean. Most damning, Carter's own body camera. Before approaching Lena, he tells Daniels, "Let's see what she's really doing here." The tone implies guilt before contact. They play it 3 times. Daniels takes the stand, nervous. Former colleagues glare. He's received death threats. His testimony is unwavering. Sergeant Carter made up his mind before we approached. I said multiple times we had no probable cause. He told me to learn how to spot trouble. When I asked what trouble, he said, "Look at her. Look at this neighborhood." That's when I knew it was about race. Carter's lawyer attacks. "You turned on fellow officers for an FBI job. Convenient, isn't it?" Daniels's jaw tightens. "My oath is to the Constitution, not to other officers." Racism. Applause erupts. The chair gavels quiet. 3 character witnesses testify. A black man Carter arrested 3 years ago for trespassing in his own neighborhood. Charges dismissed. Cost him a job. A Latina woman Carter pulled over 6 times in 1 year. Never ticketed, just warnings. A black teenager detained for suspicious activity. Sitting outside his grandmother's house. Pattern established, systematic, years in the making. Susan Harper testifies under subpoena. Terrified, facing criminal charges. Prosecutor, why did you report Agent Washington as suspicious? She was looking around a lot. Did you see her commit any crime? No. Did she approach any children besides her own? No. Did you report the white man with binoculars watching birds 20 feet from the playground? Silence. How was that different? Susan whispers. I don't know. Against his lawyer's advice, Carter takes the stand. Defensive, angry, victimized. I've dedicated my life to public service. Put my life on the line. I've never been racist. I have black friends, black colleagues. Voice rising. I couldn't have known she was FBI. She should have identified herself. The prosecutor stands, calm, surgical. Should she have to be FBI to deserve basic dignity? That's not what I meant. You handcuffed a woman having a picnic, ignored your partner's objections, rejected a call from an FBI director, traumatized 2 6-year-old children. Steps closer. Your defense is you didn't know she was important enough to treat like a human being. Crushing silence. How many Lena Washingtons without badges have you done this to? Carter has no answer. The board deliberates 40 minutes. Findings. Carter violated policies on reasonable suspicion, failed to de-escalate, ignored partner's objections, demonstrated clear racial bias. Recommendation: immediate termination for cause, state decertification, federal charges proceed, pension forfeited, 22 years gone. He leaves broken. No career, no pension, no reputation. Outside, reporters surround Lena. Agent Washington comment on the verdict. Lena faces the cameras. This isn't about revenge. It's about accountability. Every person profiled, harassed, or humiliated by someone with a badge deserves this outcome. Pause. One down. System to go. Carter is finished. But has anything actually changed? 6 months after Oakmont Park, the scar becomes a statute. Lena's handcuffed wrists, broadcast 52 million times, transform into federal policy with teeth. The DOJ consent decree arrives like a judge's gavel. Federal oversight for the department. Minimum 5 years. Mandatory bias training where failure means termination, not reassignment. Body cameras that cannot be turned off. Independent civilian review board with subpoena power that actually matters. Chief Thompson retires under pressure. The new chief is a black woman with a reform mandate and community policing background. She cleans house methodically. Partnerships replace antagonism. Transparency replaces silence. Daniels leads the new training division. Every cadet watches the Oakmont Park video. He pauses at the moment Carter handcuffs Lena and asks, "What should have happened here?" The answers are different now. At the state capitol, legislators debate Washington's law. It requires officers to document specific reasons for every stop. Creates a public database. Establishes a decertification registry so bad cops can't simply migrate to the next jurisdiction. A conservative senator from a rural district stands to speak. I've watched that video a dozen times. I kept thinking, what if that was my daughter? He votes yes. A progressive representative from the city adds, this isn't about left or right, it's about right and wrong. The law passes with bipartisan support. The governor signs it at a public ceremony. Lena attends but doesn't speak. Her presence is statement enough. Lena is promoted to assistant director when Evans retires. She oversees the FBI's expanded civil rights division, but refuses to become just an administrator. She still works cases, still goes into the field. Leadership from the front. In an NPR interview, the reporter asks, has your case changed policing in America? Lena's answer is, careful, honest. It changed one department, influenced others, put everyone on notice, but systemic change takes decades. What happened to me happens to someone else every day. They just don't have my platform. My job is to keep using that platform until every person has the protection I had. Are you optimistic? I'm determined. That's better than optimistic. The ripple effects continue. The black man Carter wrongfully arrested years ago gets his record expunged, receives a settlement, finally gets the job he was denied. The Latina woman repeatedly pulled over becomes the community police liaison, building bridges, speaking truth. The teenager detained outside his grandmother's house studies criminal justice in college now, wants to be the change. Clara Jones starts a support group for families impacted by police trauma. Meets weekly at Oakmont Park. The monument Lena didn't ask for becomes a gathering place for healing. The Washington Standard enters law enforcement vocabulary. Police academies nationwide use the video as a case study. The Washington Standard becomes shorthand for accountability that means something. Companies adopt policies terminating employees who weaponize police against minorities. Harper clauses appear in handbooks. Her infamy becomes a warning. During a team meeting, a young agent asks Lena, "Boss, was it worth it going through all that?" Lena considers carefully. "I didn't choose to go through it. Carter chose to do it to me, but I chose what came after, and that's where power lives. Not in avoiding injustice, but in transforming it." The scar became a statute. The viral moment became systemic change. Incomplete, imperfect, but undeniable. The reforms are working, but Lena's family is still healing. 1 year later, Oakmont Park, Saturday afternoon, Lena returns to the same spot with Ethan and Mia. Intentional, therapeutic, reclaiming the space where her children's tears fell. The park has changed. Near the playground stands a monument, black granite, simple inscription. In memory of every person profiled, detained, or dismissed for existing while different. May we build a world where dignity is universal, not earned. May 2025. Fresh flowers rest at its base, always. The twins have changed too. Therapy helped, time helped. But they're different children, more aware, less innocent. Lesson learned the hard way. Mia notices a new black family setting up nearby. Nervous glances, cautious movements. "Mommy, should we go say hi so they know it's safe?" Lena's heart swells. Her daughter learned empathy from trauma. They walk over. The mother recognizes Lena immediately. I saw the video. You're the reason we felt safe coming here." Lena smiles gently. "I'm just someone who had a platform. You always belonged here. The women talk. Kids play. No officers circle. The park feels different now." Daniels arrives. FBI Special Agent Daniels now. He meets Lena at the monument. Full circle. Graduated top of my class. They asked me to speak at graduation. I told your story. Half the cadets cried. "You could have told your own. You risked everything. I did what you already knew I would. You saw something in me I didn't see in myself." Silence. Comfortable. Reflective. "Do you still get angry?" Daniels asks. "Every day. But I also get hopeful every day. Both can be true." He hesitates. "I heard Carter's working security at a warehouse now. Night shifts, barely making rent." Lena nods slowly. "Lesson learned. Hard way. You ever think about—" "No." Her voice is firm but not harsh. He had 22 years to learn. He chose not to. Some people only learn when they lose everything. As sunset approaches, Lena sits alone. She thinks about her mother, who cried for 20 minutes after the video went viral. Her brother. Now they know what we've always known. The strangers who shared their stories. The reforms working, the ones failing, the long road ahead. She's made peace with complexity. It hurt. It helped. Both are true. Ethan approaches as they pack up. "Mommy, do you still love the police?" No simple answer exists. I love what police are supposed to be. People who protect everyone. I don't love when they forget. And I work every day to help them remember. Are you still a police? FBI? A little different, but same idea. I protect people, even bad people. Everyone. That's the job. Mia joins. Even the officer who hurt you? Lena pauses. Truth, but gentle truth. I protected him from himself. Showed him what he was doing was wrong, so he couldn't hurt anyone else. That's protection, too. He lost everything. But maybe he learned. Hard way, but learned. Lena's phone buzzes. Work email. Another case. Another officer. Another family. She sighs. The work never ends, but Ethan grabs her hand. Can we come back next week? Lena looks at her son, at the park where they once cried, now reclaimed. Yes, baby, every week if you want. Walking to the car, Lena sees a white woman eyeing a black teenager skateboarding. The woman reaches for her phone. Lena walks over calmly, shows her badge. FBI. That young man is skateboarding. That's not illegal. If you call the police on him for existing, you'll be filing a false report. Do you understand? The woman nods quickly, puts her phone away. Lena addresses the teenager. You're good. Enjoy your day. He skates away, relieved. Real authority doesn't need to announce itself. It just needs to show up. If Lena's story moved you, understand this. It's not fiction. Every single day, people are profiled, detained, and humiliated for the crime of existing while different. Most don't have badges. Most don't have federal teams arriving to save them. Most suffer in silence. Their stories never go viral. Their justice never comes. But change is possible. Real change. Sexta foi